We're only a bhai-बहन की जोड़ी on screen, okay? Yeah.
We've all grown up, me and my friends have all grown up watching her films, and we were, we had the biggest crush on her when we were in our teens.
I've been one of those women that have constantly been in very long-term relationships.
Never. I've been petrified of dating apps, always. But my friends, all my friends are on dating apps. In fact, my friends use my pictures sometimes. Wait.
Hi, this is Lara Dutta.
Hi, this is Prateik Babbar.
And you're watching us on ETimes.
Hi, this is Samina Sheikh here, and with me today I have the stunning bhai-behan ki jodi, which is Lara Dutta and Prateik Babbar, welcoming them on ETimes. Welcoming you both on ETimes.
Thanks, Amina. Wonderful to be here, but we're only a bhai-बहन की जोड़ी on screen, okay? Yeah.
So, of course, the trailer looks very good. It's something which I'm definitely going to watch this show.
Yay.
How
Awesome.
was it like, working on this such a good project?
Tremendous amount of fun, as you can see from the trailer. I mean, a difficult show to make during, the second phase of this second round of this pandemic, and then going into a lockdown in the middle of it, and then picking up again. So, of course, had its own challenges in terms of logistics, but a great team to come together with. I mean, a fantastic idea by Lionsgate as their first Indian original. I think when you see the trailer itself, with everything that's happening on the OTT space, I think it definitely sets this show apart because it's refreshing to see something that's not very present on the OTT platforms also. There's a freshness to it, there's a lot of fun to it. And of course, our tagline is, Hiccups and Hookups of a no-filter family. So I think for me especially, having faced 2 lockdowns and being stuck at home with our family members, you had no choice, but to actually, the only conversations that you could have were then with your family, So I think this is a really relevant show at a great time about being able to talk to your family about anything, So normally you'd only talk to your friends. This time it's more, earlier on it used to be friends like family. Now it's family like friends.
What about you, Prateik? Like,
You
what is
summed it up beautifully, Lara. It was an absolute breeze, Samina, working on this show. Kunal Kohli. I really hope and pray all directors are like Kunal Kohli. I mean, this was really one of the breeziest shoots I've ever had.
Yes.
Even though there was a lot of dialogues and a lot of scenes but it was just, hats off, salute to Kunal Kohli sir for making me feel absolutely comfortable, at ease, and he let me fool around and just be myself, and it was great. It was such a good time working with everybody. Lara, of course, I've been in awe of her since I've been a kid,
Thanks.
No, it is what it is. We've all grown up, me and my friends have all grown up watching her films, and we had the biggest crush on her when we were in our teens. Lionsgate, wow. Salute to them again for being so bold and trusting that this could do wonders, and I think it's begun. People are loving the trailer. They're loving our crazy family, and yeah, so far so good. As Lara said, we had a few hiccups because of COVID, but all in all, it was smooth sailing. I think everybody had a great time, from not just the actors. I think the crew, the rest of the crew, the makeup crew and the costume crew and everybody. My team, especially, I have to, quote them. They were like, "Listen, this is the easiest and breeziest shoot they've been on," and everybody's all praises for Mr. Kunal Kohli, and of course Shinova. You have to watch out for Shinova. She is
Very special.
very
on this
special,
show.
and everybody needs to watch out for Shinova.
This is the first time both of you have been working together, but it doesn't look like it. Looks like, as if you both go, long years and a friendship and all. But this didn't look like at all. It felt like as if in reality you both are brothers and sisters. So how was that equation? How did you guys maintain that, so real and so enigmatic?
So I obviously had watched work that Prateik has done in the past, but I don't think we've even interacted socially ever. We've never even had the opportunity of meeting each other, within our industry. So the first time that I actually met Prateik, because of the whole entire COVID scenario around us, we couldn't even do like normal table reads and things like that, which is where, the cast would get together and read the script, do a couple of workshops before you get on the floors. We couldn't do that. So the first time that I ever saw him is literally on set when we were ready to shoot our scenes together.
We did a Zoom.
We did, but I'm saying, but it was never in person.
It was never in person,
so it's very different. And I think, honestly, the two of us just got really, really lucky because with the characters of Vasudha and Akhil, we were able to create a chemistry that was really just effortless. It was very, very organic. It just happened while we were shooting these scenes on set, and we started playing off each other. It was very easy to react to something that Prateik was doing. It was just really, it was very effortless. And I think this is very special. It doesn't happen a lot on set. A lot of times, all the chemistry that you see on set has to be created. Very, very few times do you have characters like this that come along where the two actors are really able to make a absolutely seamless chemistry take place on screen. And I think we just got really lucky.
We did. We did. I think we rubbed off on each other really well. I mean, Lara brought so much to the table as an actor. It was so easy for me to reciprocate and create with her. I think it was. We had such a fun time. Yeah,
and also I think the way that the characters are written, though Vasu is an older sister to Akhil, Akhil is a protective brother to Vasu. At the same time, Vasu, when she needs to be protective towards her brother, she also is. So I think even as actors on set, Prateik and I, both out of our characters as well, were very aware of the other actors, and there was a respect there, so in a way we also there was not just a mutual respect, but there was also a kind of a mutual, we kind of protected each other as actors as well on set, and I think that kind of translated over, actually came from our characters rather than it going from the actors to the characters. I think it actually came from the characters, the way the characters were written, that kind of spilled over between the two of us as well.
We were lucky, we had great material to play with, us, dialogues, the scenes, I think.
And we had a pair of parents between the two of us that were our bonding factor.
Yes.
Really bad parents.
Yes, that too.
But do you relate to the characters in real life by any chance? There are certain glimpses where you feel like, okay, this character is something I also relate
Bits
to.
and pieces, yes.
In bits and pieces, not completely, not entirely. I mean, but there's certain, always whenever you end up doing a show, you will bring a certain element of your own personality into a character. You'll finish a project and you'll actually be left with some residue that a character will leave with you for a while. That sometimes could last inside you for a very long time. Sometimes it could be over the day after you've finished, and pack up is kind of announced and wrap is announced. So yeah.
If that character which you were playing, could you relate to
yes,
in real
bits
life?
and pieces, yes. So I totally would be the Mamu who would help his niece with whatever she wanted. It could be, lying to her mom, lying to her grandparents, or doing some fun stuff that she wasn't allowed to do. I would totally be that guy, I would totally be the uncle, the cool uncle who'd let her be and do her thing. And so that is something definitely that I could relate with. I think being a protective brother is something that I also relate with. Yeah.
Going by the theme of this show, of course, it talks about hookups, it talks about relationship, it talks about flings and all that. In reality, have you ever been in a very short relationship? And if the very short relationship means a one-day relationship or a one-week relationship ever?
You can't really call them relationships, can you?
Yeah, like just where you felt like, okay, oh, I really have something for them, and then you realize, no, it was just an infatuation, and just like, let go of it completely.
Well, personally, for me, I can't say. I've been one of those women that have constantly been in very long-term relationships.
Yeah, I think yes. Yes. But then the initial thought was always, this is nothing serious. We're just kind of, meeting and fooling around and, trying to get to know each other. And yeah. So I think it works both ways. When stuff like that happens, I mean, obviously you can totally ghost somebody and be like, okay, this is something, this was not what I expected from this person, and this is, I need to stay away from this person because it's, it
Didn't work.
It just didn't work, But I think when it's something like that, I guess most of the times, both the people are on the same page when it's kind of just a casual thing, and it's obviously consensual, and it kind of fizzles off, one night stands, or a short 1 or 2 weeks, fooling around for 1 or 2 weeks. Yeah.
Lara, when Mahesh actually saw your role in Bell Bottom, and when he saw your look, he was quite shocked and he didn't want to hug you. After seeing this different avatar of yours, what was his reaction?
No, so obviously any project that I get into, I discuss it with my husband, quite in detail. Especially this for me is a bit of a, I mean, obviously we come from a glamorous world, and I'm an ex-model, an ex-Miss Universe, all of that. So people have always kind of seen you in a more glamorous kind of an avatar, and unfortunately for us, when we think of glamorous avatar, we think that, oh, this is somebody then who's very Western, in her thinking, that kind of a thing. But at the same time, for me to play a role like this in my 40s, I've had a lot of reactions to the trailer, from, oh my God, this is amazing, to, oh my God, whatever. So it was important for me to discuss it even before I signed on to the project with Mahesh, knowing what was in the show. And even within what the show is, I mean, I've always said this, and I said this in another interview as well, that a lot of the intimate scenes that you see in the show, it doesn't really happen or doesn't come together only just on set. The process of it actually starts right from the writing table. So it's the way that it's written, the inputs that come in from the actor, from the director, from the creative team, the way that they see it happening. So it's a very technical thing actually to do. It's not, I mean, it looks great on screen because of the amount of effort and thought that's gone into it, and it's like a piece of choreography. It's like when you do an action sequence and you choreograph that, that's how you choreograph any kind of an intimate, emotional, or any kind of that kind of a sequence in a show. And he's very clear. I mean, both of us obviously have been married now for 11 years. So he knows me as the person that I am in. He knows me for the artist and the actor that I am. And he knows exactly what goes into, creating these kind of, this kind of content. So he has no problem. And of course, he's watched quite a few of the episodes with me already. I've kept some of them because I still want him to be looking forward to the show when it comes out. But we watch each other's work constantly, even when it's a work in progress. And yeah, he's pretty cool with it.
Of course. And also, Lara, like, this character is completely different also. We have never seen you romancing a girl. Yeah. And that was quite different. How was that for you while shooting?
Yeah, I mean, I think the joy for me of being an actor, or the challenge for me being an actor both simultaneously, is the fact that I get to play these kind of characters on screen. So a lot of times when people say, do you relate to your character? No, many times you don't relate to your character at all. Or many times you haven't been in the kind of situation that your character ends up in. But then that is the challenge of actually what our job entails, about making it convincing and believable as well on screen. And sometimes these scenes are also meant to be awkward. They're meant to be where you're not some ustad at what you're doing. It's a situation that you get into that is unexpected. So there's scenes that need you to be vulnerable. There's scenes that need you to be nervous, So, and that's why you kind of bring a little bit of life experience into that as well. And sometimes you build a character from what you've seen or observed in somebody else's life, So you take that and you imbibe it. That's how you piece these things together. So yeah, I mean, through Vasu, like I've said, I've been in long-term relationships pretty much most of my life. But with playing this character for a couple of months, I kind of got a glimpse into the life of what it must be like to have these kind of swipe right, swipe left scenarios.
And both of you, have you ever tried being on a dating app?
Never.
No.
Never. I've been petrified of dating apps, always. But my friends, all my friends are on dating apps. And I take a sneak peek sometimes into their profiles and stuff and see what they're doing. And so I live vicariously through my friends on these dating apps. In fact, my friends use my pictures sometimes, with them. So they get more swipe rights.
Wow, that's quite a good formula, I must say that.